Back with Pioneers men's and women's cross country head coach Kelly Parsley talking about the national meet coach conference championship at Asbury. Talk about that. It's such a big moment for your program.
It was great. The women won. We kind of we won a little bit easier than I thought we would do. So I was really impressed with how we ran. The conditions were not optimal for fast times, but the women did not let that affect their times. Affect their places. We had 5 women in the top 14, and all of those women received all conference, the most in school history. Anna Shields broke the course record, which she set 2 weeks before that. The conditions, I think, held her back a little bit, but still running 18:20 on a very difficult course in those conditions was a pretty solid result. So I'm looking forward to going to nationals, and I'm hoping for a top 25 finish. That would be huge for our program, and that's the goal. For the men, we were a little disappointed. We always, we're so glad we made nationals, and we're excited about the opportunity, but we were hoping to win conferences on both sides. But they're going to come back even hungrier, and I think they want some redemption. Ohio Christian is a very good team and ran very well that day. I don't want to take anything away from them or their program, but we were hoping that our depth would win it for us, and unfortunately some of our runners didn't have the best day. So we're hoping that we can make up for that at nationals. So we're looking forward for a little bit of redemption. We're hoping to leave nationals with the highest place finishing of a River States Conference team, but we're pretty excited about the opportunity to fly out to Vancouver.
You mentioned the women hoping for maybe a top 25 finish out at nationals. What would that require in terms of times in your top 5?
It's going to require, all of the women to run better than they've been performing in terms of times, and I think that's possible. The only thing is the conditions of the course are probably going to be a little sloppy since it's in Vancouver and it's rained there for the last 2 weeks. So we're hoping that Anna runs as well as she can, and we're hoping for her to be the first All-American in school history and cross country. But we want our other women to really step up and place higher, run a little bit more competitively than they have been the last couple of races. And I think our practices have really shaped us up to do that.
On the men's side, expectations there. You talked about redemption. What are the chances of the men's team?
Well, I think we have to get Sean Hilverding back up to where he belongs. If he runs first for us at conferences, I think it's a different story. So we're hoping he stays he's healthy and strong. That always will help our team as a full team. Some of my kids are running extremely well in practice, but it hasn't translated yet to our races. And I think this week, because we have nothing to lose, their expectations are low for us. So I have higher expectations than the average person does. So I'm hoping we could go out and surprise some people, finish top 30, be the number 1 River States Conference team out there, and bring home some kids in the top 75.
And finally, how has your training gone the last 2 weeks? You get this extra 2 weeks when you make nationals, and are you peaking at the right time here?
I hope so. I will say some of our interval training on both sides has been faster than it has ever been, so that's a great sign. The conditions in terms of our weather here even hasn't been great. I had to cancel practice for the first time in all my years of coaching just because it was 20 degrees when we were supposed to run, and I didn't want the kids out in those elements that close to nationals. So the weather here we haven't been acclimated to the cold yet. It's been colder than it has been, so it went from warmer conditions, perfect conditions, to a little bit colder, which not super cold, but we're not acclimated to it yet, so we're trying to get used to that. But I think our training has really paid off, and some of the kids are running extremely fast intervals and are looking really good in practice. So I'm hoping for I don't know how fast the times will be because of the conditions of the course, but I think we'll compete better than we've ever competed.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck out at NAIA Nationals.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it.